Marty, the Oilers have been the league's best team since making the change behind the bench. How high is the bar for this team in the playoffs? And is anything short of a Stanley Cup going to be considered a failure?
Well, obviously, the Stanley Cup is the ultimate prize, and there's only one team that's going to be able to lift it at the end. But I do feel like this first round matchup is so important for the confidence of the Edmonton Oilers. You look at Chris Knoblauch and being, for his first time a head coach in the playoffs and having to deal with a very tough matchups when it comes to the LA Kings and how they play defensively. I do like the way that Connor McDavid can put the team on his shoulders. Leon Draisaitl can do that as well. But the depth of the team is where this is going to make or break when you look at Fogle and obviously Perry and Kane, and adding all of the, the group of forwards to be able to play their part is going to be really important. So, yeah, I mean, obviously, I think the Edmonton Oilers are one of the favorites, and maybe the top 4 or 5 favorites to win the Stanley Cup. But you don't want to look at that right now. You want to look at your matchup against the LA Kings and achieve your first step. You succeed in your first step, and then after that, you can look a little bit further down. But I'm not going to say it's cup or bust. Obviously, the Edmonton Oilers and their fans and the organization would want to lift the trophy at the end when it's all said and done. But let's just see how it goes in the first round, and then we'll adjust after that.
Now, the Oilers face the Kings for the 3rd straight year in the opening round. Does playing the same team repeatedly make eliminating them easier, Marty, or harder?
Well, obviously, you know each other, but the one thing where I think it makes it easier for the Edmonton Oilers to go up against the LA Kings is the way that the Oilers have changed their game. Last season, they were 17th in the NHL in goals against per game. This year, they went up to number 10, and that's with all the goalie troubles that they had in the first half of the season. Since January 1st, the Edmonton Oilers are 5th in the NHL in goals against per game. That is a different look. The LA Kings have not seen an Edmonton Oilers team that is responsible defensively, that has a goaltender that can play at another level like Stuart Skinner has done in the second half, that, doesn't just look to exchange, scoring chances one way or the other. They are much better structured. They play better defensively, and they still have the heavy weights to be able to respond offensively. So that, for me, is the advantage. Yes, the LA Kings a lot better than any other teams you could face in the playoffs. But do they know you as well as they think they do? Because you have totally changed the way you've played the game under Chris Knoblauch and with the added depth that the Edmonton Oilers now have on their roster.
So this marks Connor McDavid's 6th trip to the playoffs. And with all the assets you just mentioned about his team, Marty, do you think this is his best chance to win a cup?
I think it is his best chance to win a cup right now. Not only is it the best Oilers team I think that they've put together and the best structured team that they put together, but I think the road to the Stanley Cup Finals is the best that the Oilers can get. Look, out west, the Winnipeg Jets are a great team, absolutely, but they have to go through the Central Division and now playing Colorado and then possibly having to play Vegas or Dallas before getting to the conference finals. I think when you look at the teams that the Oilers could meet on their way to the Stanley Cup Finals, it's not easy to get there, but it is an easier path than any other time the Oilers have been in the playoffs, looking at how do we get to the finals and how do we win a Stanley Cup. So yes, this is, for me, the best chance Connor McDavid has had, not only because of the Oilers' structure and roster, but because of the path it would take the Oilers to get to the finals and win the cup.
Let's see what they do with it. The Oilers start the playoffs tied for 4th best chance to win the cup. According to FanDuel, they're listed at +800. Marty, thanks for this.